10 seconds. Right, so imagine this. I'm traveling to a distant star in the galaxy. It takes me 20 years to get there and 20 years to get back. When I get back, everyone else is 40 years older. But I haven't aged one bit. So how is this possible? Well, Einstein came up with an idea called space-time. And it basically means that we can move through space. And when I mean space, it can be the space up there, but most of the time it's just the space around us. So we can move through space and through time. And the more we move through one, the less we move through the other, and vice versa. So to try and understand this a bit better, I've got a sort of analogy. Imagine we've got 100 cars, let's say. Some of these cars are going north, some are going east, and the rest are going anywhere in between. So what we see here is the more that these cars travel east, the less that they will then travel north. But how is this relevant to space-time? Well, let's replace moving north with moving through time, and moving east with moving through space. So right now, we're all standing or sitting still. We are not moving through space, we are just moving through time. But the faster we start to move, or the more we start to move through space, look what happens. The less we move through time. Therefore, time slows down. Which leads us on to the question, how fast do we actually have to travel for time not just to slow down, but for time to completely stop? Well, for time to completely stop, we have to be traveling at the speed of light. Now that's nearly 300 million meters a second. That's fast. Now, how can we prove this theory? Because none of us can travel at speeds where time slows down. Well, none of us can. But satellite clocks do. Satellite clocks travel so fast that a tiny bit of their motion is now going through space. Therefore, a tiny bit less is going through time. So time slows down ever so slightly, which is why we have to speed them up by about 35 microseconds every single day. And that is why we know that if any of us travel at the speed of light, time stands still. Thank you.
Fantastic. I was backstage trying to process all of this. I'm just kind of like going, no. but apparently, yes. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Timothy. Your ordeal is not over, though. We're going over to the judges now. Judges, Krista, do you want to kick us off?
Yes. Again, another complicated topic to break down. What was the? Am I allowed to ask two questions? One, what was the most fascinating fact you found out, and what encouraged you to take this approach to explain it in this way?
Yeah, so I think for me, the most fascinating thing was, I kind of had started to get my head around the idea that time slows down the faster we move. But when I found out about the satellite clock thing, I thought time was always constant, but we actually know that satellite clocks travel so fast. And I found out that actually if we didn't speed them up by about 35 microseconds every day, they would, cause massive, navigational errors by 50 kilometers, and our world would be in a bit of a mess. The second question about why I use this. So when I was getting my head around the whole topic, I found one of the videos that explained it to me use a similar sort of thing and with the cars. And so I kind of started basing my talk on that, and then I changed a bit, and then I wanted everyone to be able to visualize it, because it's quite hard to know it in your head. And yeah, we just thought of the idea, I wanted a graph, and then the string was something that I think helps visualize it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Adam, did you want to ask a question?
Yeah, it's just a quick one, really. It is a complicated topic that you put across very clearly. I just wondered, did you do a lot of practice and preparation to make sure everything flowed? Because it's a tricky one.
Yeah, so I probably wrote about 10 drafts of pieces of paper, drafts of the script, and then it was just drilling it in so I knew it fluently and making sure that, just everything flowed nicely. Yeah.
Brilliant. Excellent. Thank you very much, Timothy. You and your props can make your way back down to the seat now.